so many gifts, so many well wishes, so many of you just reaching out to me to say thank you for impacting my life. And everybody's like, oh my God, how's your birthday? And I said, everybody is just has been so amazing. And I felt so much love. And to me, that's one of the best things that you can get for a birthday is love. And I got a ton of it. And so I definitely want to give back to everybody. And here's always my thing. If I show you the way, will you follow it? So Saturday and Sunday, I'm doing a recipe for your first six figures, what it really takes to make six figures in your business. bit.ly/DPWBiz11. Celebrating my 11 years in business. As I create my birthday, as I celebrate my birthday. And, again, just want to make sure that you guys are willing or not to do the work. And that's always the thing. You know what I'm saying? Is somebody can show you what, but are you willing to do the work? And so let me tell you what prevents you. Hey TM, thank you guys again for the amazing birthday. And I'm still in the same spot doing what I've always loved to do, which is showing women how to get their money. Okay. Hey Celeste, the link is bit.ly/DPW, my initials, biz11. And I can honestly tell you that if somebody were to have given me the blueprint a long time ago, I would have made it much further, much faster. But you got to be willing to sit and listen, and you got to be willing to execute. And you have to stop thinking it's so hard, because it's the thinking and thinking, hey, Miss Burdell, that causes you to mess up. It's the thinking and the overthinking that keeps you stuck at a job. It's the thinking and the overthinking. Hey, Cynthia, thank you guys for the birthday wishes. It's the overthinking that has you all over the place doing too much. Somebody just type in too much, because that's what I find most often. It's not that you're not gifted. It's not that you're not talented. In fact, you're too gifted to struggle. You're too gifted to not have. You're too gifted to not have everything you want. You're too gifted to not have everything you need, but you're just doing too much. And so many people have told you, oh, you got to do that, this, that to make it. And really, to be honest, the strategy is just so much more simple. But you got to stop doing too much. Make sure you register at bit.ly/DPWBiz11. I'm saying that for Instagram because everybody else can screen the link. A lot of times you don't have a plan on paper. That's what Saturday and Sunday is about. If you don't have a plan for your money, you need to be there. Because when you don't have a plan for your money, you plan to fail. And that's just of the matter. If you don't have a plan for your money, girl, your money will come and go and you not even know. Oh my God, I just had. Or hey, Black Smoke Collection, girl, let me tell you about this birthday, okay? I need to really just come back and do a birthday debrief. I am. When I get back from lunch. I gotta come back and do this birthday debrief because, girl, if I tell you what all they did for my birthday, and the fact that they went above and beyond. First of all, they had my dude kidnap me. Did not know where we were going. He was making all these innuendos about fishing outside, and he know all like none of that. I don't know what your perfect day is, but my perfect day is the best hotel room, with the biggest tub and room service. Perfect day. And so they had him kidnap me. He talking about bugs and fishing poles. So I'm already like, I'm not going. I can stay home and do my work because y'all know that's why you gotta love what you do. Hey Dino, that's why you have to love what you do, because when you have to do it even when it's hard. But I'm gonna talk about that too. Thing is, the perfect birthday for me, I can just sit home and work. I love my work. But he was trying to get me out of this house. Everybody was like, pray for him because leave. He talking about just pay clothes. And Dino, that's hard without you. But Dino kind of keep my clothes in order. So I have enough fits, but it's getting them all together. So he's like, well, we got to stop somewhere on the way out of town. And da 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 da. Come to girl, we weren't going nowhere but downtown Houston. But the hotel was so amazing. Thank you, TC. The hotel was so lit. And girl, let me tell you, I slept more this weekend, or these last few days, than I've slept in years. So lesson number one is sometimes you do have to take a break, because taking a break actually helps you see more clearly. So some of y'all probably need a break from what you're doing, because it helps you find a new to an old dream. Sometimes you think that you need to just hunker down and work harder, and that's not true. And one of the things I'm about to roll out, and I started to do it last year, but it wasn't time. I'm about to make Houston Control, and I'm going to have working sessions for women to come in and work the weekend on their. Let me tell you why that's important. You need to be able to work without inner disturbance, without distractions. You need to get some stuff done in a spot where you can walk away and it's done, where there's no excuses for not getting it done, where that you don't have to overthink it. And then another thing I'm doing, Black Smoke Collection, I'm about to have a nothing retreat, or a hopes and dreams retreat, where you come in, we talk about your hopes and dreams, and you just spend the rest of the time visualizing your hopes and dreams. Because some of y'all's problem is not that you can't have your hopes and dreams, is that you can't see it. Somebody say, my God. Is you can't have your hopes and dreams. It's, can you see it? Do you know that you deserve it? Are you in touch with your value, your worth? Sometimes we so close to the world that we don't realize that what we really want or what we really need is right there at our fingertips. The skills. I was talking to somebody on the phone earlier, and hey Vicky, and hey, and she was like, I got this business. And I said, well, do you love the business? She said, no. I said, so why you doing it? Why would you start a business? Because we're under this conception that we got a certain thing to make money, when in actuality, you love will make you money. Anything. If you believe. And if you don't believe, it won't work. I don't care what it is. You know how the Bible say, oh, ye of little faith. With all this money in the world, sometimes we get twisted with what are we in pursuit of. And you get exactly what you're in pursuit of. If you're in pursuit of stress, you get. If you spend your time pursuing a job, you get that. Hey, Letitia, if you're in pursuit of drama, you get that. You get everything that you're really. And so if you're really in pursuit of it, you have to have a plan. And you got to know what you're in pursuit of. We got to stop moving so fast that we don't even know why we're moving. And that is the truth of the matter. So Saturday and Sunday, go to bit.ly/DPWB7. I'm giving a blueprint for what it really takes to make six figures. Some of y'all can't go to 7 because you ain't made 6. You come first. Somebody say 6, then 7. 6 do come first. 6 come first. It just do. And you know what, Letitia? I still say put your paper on paper. Put your paper on paper. Put your hopes and dreams on paper. Put your goals on paper. Y'all will make a Thanksgiving list down to the rows of everything. The honey butter. You got the Cajun turkey on the menu and the spiral sliced ham. You got the green bean casserole and the yams. But you refuse to make a list like that for your life. You refuse to make a list for your business. You refuse to make a list like that for your money. You got everything on the list. Ham, yams, potatoes, tomatoes, bams, yams. What the woman say? Greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens. Everything on your list for Thanksgiving. You go invite, where they gonna sit, what kind of decorations you gonna have, but you don't have a plan like that for your life. So then you wonder why Thanksgiving comes out without a hitch, but you're in your business. Come on now. It's just, you name it. You know, it's not, you name it. You know, I love that. So, you know, this was a chance, and those of you who serve other people, sometimes you got to sit still and remember what you want. I said something. I know I just said a word. For some of you that serve other people, sometimes you got to sit still enough to remember why you started this journey in the first place. Because let me tell you something. The noise gets loud sometimes. And the noise will make you not post as much, not go live as much, not send as many emails, because you're bending and bowing to what a few people say. So I'll tell you what I'm about to do. I don't know how many of you, first of all, I'm about to do my Book of the Month Club. Secondly, there's a study called Stoicism. It's STOIC. And in order to keep people from on your greatness, sometimes you got to divorce your feelings about things you can't do anything about. I can't do anything about what people about me or what people think about me. No matter how it makes me feel. Y'all ride with me for a minute. I can't do anything about what people think, what people say, anything. But what I can control is how I feel. I can't control who I spend my time with. I can't control what I do. And that's the only thing I can focus on. So let's go back to the 6 figures. If you're spending time worried about other people, that's a waste of your time. If you're spending time wondering about what other people say, that's a waste of your time. If you're spending time even wondering how your team performs, that's a waste of your time. I can honestly say that if you do what you're supposed to do consistently, that's the 80%, that's the 20% that's going to give you 80% of your results. Are you doing the things that are focused on money? Or are you busy just being busy? Is your focus on revenue? It can't be on followers. It can't be on views. It can't be on what people say. It can't be on anything but the things you can control. And, my grandma used to always say, give it to God, give it to God, give it to God, give it to God. Sometimes we give things to God and we take it back. What do you mean by that? I mean that if you give it to God, like the old people say, if you're going to worry about it, don't pray. And if you're going to pray, don't worry. So when you give it to God, you got to let it go and go do what you need to do. So if you've been praying about your money, if you've been praying about this, if you've been praying about that, then you got to let it go and go do what you can do. Because all the worry in the world won't change it. And then you end up getting stressed out. And then you end up being worse off because you're stressed out. Baby, sometimes you just got to do what you can do. And then we let, like my grandfather used to say, don't let no one monkey stop the show. We let one monkey stop the show. We let one monkey stop the show. One person tell you your price is too high. One person tell you, oh, girl, your price is too high. You need to do this, that. Once you do that, once you let that one person stop your show, that's a problem. Hey, LinkedIn users, say your name because it won't tell me. Once you let that one person make you rethink your destiny, you got one person controlling the shots in your business. And I can tell you this, that one person probably won't go ever buy your stuff anyway. That one person probably won't go ever buy your stuff. Hey, McChicken girl. So you got this one person talking about your prices, talking about your services, talking about you, and they won't go buy nothing anyway. And they really need to be minding their own business, their own. Do you know why they? You know what? But you know what? Why they say that about you, right? There's a book by Don Miguel Ruiz called The Four Agreements, and in that book he says that you gotta be. What does he say? Just about being truthful with your words, even when you talking to yourself, being a good steward. Hey, Lakeitha Bushnell, being a good steward of your own words, even talking about yourself. But he says that when people talk about you being impeccable, that's it. Be impeccable with your words. When people talk about you, they're not talking about you. They're talking about how they feel about themselves. So because their business failed, it's easy for them to say yours won't make it. Because they never made six figures or they never made seven figures. It's easy for them to tell you won't. So you got to stop putting on other people's feelings and emotions about your destiny. And I know we're human, so it's easier said than done. And that's why you need to align yourself. Because, see, you do have control about who get in your ear. You may can't control what they say, but you got 100% control about who gets in your ear. And let me tell you what else you also control. You also control who tells you what. If I got a friend come tell me such and such said such and such about you, I'm going to ask my friend, what did you say? Because I don't need nobody bringing tomfoolery back to me. I don't need, it's so many business strategies and business ideas and things that we need to be doing. Hey, thank you, Patricia. That I don't need nobody who's going to come to me and say, well, you know, such and such said about you. Because at the end of the day, why did they feel so comfortable talking to you about me anyway? My grandfather used to say a dog that'll bring a bone will take a bone away. So at the end of the day, you got to make sure that the person who's coming to you is coming with integrity. I can't tell you the last time, if school, that I went and told somebody such and such said something about you. Because my loyalty is this. If you come and tell me something about my, they ain't even got to worry about you, because I'm gonna handle that thing and I'm through with it. Tell me something about anybody I fool with, I'm gonna light them up. Hey, Brandy, thank you. Come tell me something about anybody I fool with. See, we gotta, if we say we grown, we gotta be grown. And grown women don't have the time, energy, or effort to sit around and talk about other grown women. They don't. They do not. And grown women don't have time to listen. So if you come to me and say, such and such said, first of all, then you don't know me. Because if I'm not talking about money, I ain't talking about nothing. Thank you, Girlfriends Connect. I had an amazing birthday. I'm going to come back and debrief. My team, let me tell y'all, it brings tears to my eyes. My team, my man, my family, my friends, and my clients. I'm going to say it again. My team, my friends, my family, my man, and my clients all got together and planned this elaborate kidnapping for my birthday. They planned all the gifts, all the food, the hotel, the soaking tub, the gift. They planned everything down to the smallest detail. The room had a balloon arch in it. It was rose petals on the floor. Said happy birthday. The tub with bubble bath. They had chocolates on the bed. A giant charcuterie board. The refrigerator was full of my favorite juices and drinks, wine, liquor, fruit, cheese, snacks. And they forced me to be offline literally for like 2 days. But you know, it was the love. It was the love and that many people coming together that it was like amazing. But back to what I was saying. You know, if anybody said, oh, such, Danielle was talking about you, girl, you ought to know. If I'm not a book or a bank account, I didn't say it. I'm either talking about a book or a bank account. If it ain't that, I didn't say it. And if you know me, you know that. You know, if you know me, you know that. So, you know, we just have to make sure that we keep our game face on. And again, we only worry about those things that we can control. And so that's what I'm books and bank account. That's all you're gonna hear from me. That's it. If it ain't about some bread, I ain't say it. Mm-mm. I will talk about business strategy. I will talk about this, that, but it's all business to me. So I don't know. I just know that there's hey Martine, there's so many more things that we could do together as women if we stop competing. We really have the makings of a multi-billion dollar industry if we stop competing. I don't know who taught us it was cool to compete, but it's just not. So I'm going to be working on my collaborations. I'm going to be working on increasing my partnerships. I'm going to be working on doing better. I really, to be honest, for the last couple of years, I've been borderline depressed and grieving and really just missing my mom. And I know everybody's not going to understand that, but that's where I was. So it wasn't that I didn't want to fool with people. It's that I didn't want to fool with anybody. It wasn't anything, personal. It was more so me just getting grounded. So I really want the people to understand that the next level is for everybody. And everybody doesn't have to play with me. Everybody don't want to have to play with me. Everybody ain't for me to play with. But I'm looking for the people that understand that we get more together. I showed up, Tamika, but not like I used to show up. Hey, Shamika, thank you. I really am just getting back to that place like where I showed up and showed out. And you really, when you lose your cheerleader, when you lose the person that's in your corner, regardless, again, you have to find new motivation. You have to find new inspiration. You got to dig deep in yourself and find it. So that's me. So guys, Saturday and Sunday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I need to get the emails out right now. bit.ly/DPWBiz11. If you're somebody that's looking for help for your next level in your revenue, I can definitely help you. I'm going to do it because one thing I find is that many of us don't have anybody to ask questions to. So we're left to our own devices, which when you've never done something, so let's just say you've never built a six-figure business. How do you know you're in the right track or the wrong track? And the truth of the matter is you don't. Thank you, Black Smoke Collection. I appreciate that. And so I just want to clear the air for people who are really trying to get there. And I tell people all the time, if you've never built a business, how do you know if you're on the right track or the wrong track? And the truth of the matter is you don't. So many of you are gifted and talented beyond belief. Hey, Rayanne, greetings. And you really just don't know what's next. And that knowing that next step is so critical to your energy. A lot of times we spend energy on the wrong things. Sometimes we're too close to what we're doing to see that one little shift. That one shift could move a comma, could add a zero. And when we don't know that, we don't understand that one shift could keep us in purgatory forever. You could be going down the wrong path for years and years and not know it. So that's part of the reason I do what I do. I try to help people understand that, hey, what you're doing may be a little bit off. You may want to, invest the time, energy, and revenue to get some help. And so many of us don't see why it's important that we invest. Hey, Angelina, in the help. But the truth of the matter is that you invest so you don't keep paying for mistakes. Because mistakes do cost. They cost time, they cost energy, they cost effort. And so many people quit because they get frustrated. And that's what I don't want to happen. I don't want people to say, I just throw in the towel. And I always say, I see people quit on their business. Oh, I miss you too, Angelina. I see so many people quit on their business, but they never quit on their job. So is it that they believe more in their job than they do in their business? And maybe it's because you can go to a job and get a check. And even though people tell you you can get paid in your business, maybe you don't believe it yet. So it again is back to that belief factor. It's back to that having that place um where you have that space to learn and grow your belief. So I'm already working on my 2023, and not only just going on tour, but hosting retreats and just giving women in-person spaces to grow and learn. I feel like everybody's zoomed out, and I will continue to do some classes online, but I really think people need an in-person opportunity to understand how much more you get it when it's in person. I don't know if that makes sense. Hey, Leslie. And I can tell you from my when they come here, I don't care if it's content creation, I don't care if it's working on their marketing calendars, I don't care if it's working on their pricing structure. They walk away and they execute more because of that in-person space where you don't just learn from the teacher, you learn from the coach as well. I mean, from the other students as well. What do you guys think about that? And hopefully people are willing to invest more because they're going to walk away with more. And I think that that is truly the gift of being in person, is that somebody's going to ask the question that you want to know. You get to practice before you go. I think y'all need a sales boot camp. I think y'all need a weekend where you don't do nothing but come into the room and just make calls, because you'll be afraid of it until you do that. Until you just sit somewhere and take your list. Fizz and Marie said makes perfect sense. Yeah. Until you just come sit and take your list and understand that it won't bite you. And then sometimes you got to connect with the people on the phone. Social media ain't going to do it all for you. It makes a difference, guys. Hey, Valerie Robinson, how are you? So, guys, if you're not registered for this weekend, if you're somebody that needs some help with your next level of revenue, go to bit.ly/DPWBiz11. I'm doing Saturday night at 8, Sunday night at 8. Bring your pen, paper, and your libations. I haven't seen you in forever, sis. I hope everything is great with you. Bring your pens, your papers, and bring something to drink. And let's just sit down and hash it out about this money and your next level. All right, I'm going to get out of here and go to lunch, but I will be back later tonight. For my brand ambassadors, make sure you check your group for some information. And I will see you guys later. Love you guys.